Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shut Door or Door. Should I come back to episode 46 of Direwolf20's 1.19 mod pack? And we have diamond apples. I'm guessing we just break these. Oh, and we get a decent amount of these as well. Okay, and then I can't replant these, right? No, I can just eat them. So to get these like automated or something, you would need several different types of things, which is honey, which we have. Cocoa beans, which probably ain't that hard to get. Phytogenic insulator. And, it wouldn't be too terrible. I mean, this would be actually a decent source of food, I think. Well, not really. I guess health boost and resistance, though. All right, so now we need netherite nuggets, which I don't think I actually have a thing for netherite. And I think that drawer that was in is actually not locked. So I just pulled that out and it disappeared. No, it's just not prioritized. Okay. Let's actually make sure. Let's see. Where's my card at? Oh, it's on there. And it is not locked, actually. So I was actually right. It wasn't locked. Quite a few of these aren't locked, actually. Let's work on that. I don't think I locked any of these drawers. And that's probably been apparent for a long time now. I locked all these other ones, I think. Yeah, they all look good. Okay. Just didn't lock those. That's fine. Alright, so now we need 3 nuggets. And then, what was the other part? The other part was golden apples themselves. Apparently, we actually have a few of these, but I want to craft these up because I just think it'd be cool. So we also need honey, which is how we craft the actual golden apple. Okay, so solidification chamber. We need the melting chamber. Put some honey in here. I'm actually just going to put 1 block. I don't know how much I need. And then we need to wrench this. Boop. And then golden apple, this and this. All right, I'm thinking it's 1,000 per. Okay, so it is 1,000 per. So if we put 2 in here, we should have 2 enchanted golden apples, which we can then use on our pylons to get looting 3. Apparently that wasn't correct, but that's a-okay. We've changed it. All right, we got 3 golden apples. Let's go grab our pylons from outside and convert them into looting pylons. So hit the base here, and all 3 become looting pylons. 1, 2, 3. And now, moment of truth. Let's see how crazy this is. Okay, so we're doing 2,000 RF a tick on this as well. I'm just gonna wait. Let's see. That was a decent jump. 64 to 71. That's not terrible. It really ain't. If we let this go, we'd probably have a chest full of Totems of Undying in probably in at least an hour. I would assume. Roundabout there. So I definitely do need to get other creatures here. But that is vitalized. That is actually pretty cool. I don't think there's really much more to it. Of course, we can get XP and stuff if you did the experience pylons. But I don't think I actually really care about experience that much. If I do, then I can make that. But yeah, genuinely, this is cool. This is going to be super useful. We need to just use we need to get mobs that we can use in this. And I think like blazes, witches, maybe ghasts, if we can get a spawn egg from them. Because that's the other thing. I think spawn eggs are probably going to be the only way that I really want to do this. Because if I can't put them in a spawner and get a whole bunch of them, this is going to be a pain and probably not worth it. Let's see. My spawn eggs are over here, aren't they? Yeah, so I've got like wither skeletons. We can have beheading, witch, vindicator, Martian, not Martin. I've got Martin and an egg, man. Which these guys, I think they dropped pretty decent stuff, didn't they? Wasn't it like slime balls? So slime balls there. Enchanter, baby skeleton, blaze, creeper, evoker, magma, pillager, ravager, shulker, skeleton, spider. So I mean, yeah, we definitely have some creatures in here. Alrighty, so we're going to create what is called a AE2 Chandelier. I've never done this before, and there is a lot to this, and it's going to take me a second because I'm still not used to how we're going to do this, but let's get the things we need. So we'll need 32 pattern providers, which we will have. I can take them off of, I believe, like most of these, right? Most of these are empty. And basically, the reason you want to do this is to make a more efficient crafting setup. I was recommended this by a few people, and I know that it's probably something I should have done a while ago, but I just didn't. My bad. But we're going to craft up a few things here. So we're going to craft up some of this smart cable, molecular. Let's see, how many do I need of these? So I need 77, and I have 9. You know what? Let's just craft up 77. I don't even care. 77. We only have one crafting core right now because I took out the other one, because we are going to need a pure 32 channels for this. So keep that in mind. We need pattern. So let's grab one more of these, actually. It's all we need. Oop, still crafting. No, it's filling itself. Yeah. And I do plan on putting a lot more of these things down in a little while as well. So then we're going to need a ton of acceleration cards. And I actually did teach us how to make them. So I have currently 36, and I need 385. Craft. That is to fill every single one of these molecular assemblers, by the way. So we're also going to need some anchor points, or cable anchors here. And I believe we're going to build this upside down. I'm going to attempt to build this upside down, might I say. I'm going to actually clear out some of these panels here. And we're going to kind of just go center the room. Plop this down. Okay, so what we need first is a cable anchor. Ooh, not that. Let's get that out of my hand. I didn't even think I was holding something. A cable anchor here. And cable... Let's see. Smart cable. We're going to put smart cable here, 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 and here. And just trying to make sure I don't get this wrong. We're then going to need... I've got to remember, I'm building this upside down, right? So the way I'm looking at it currently is not upside down. It's right side up. So it's kind of weird to build this. But we're just going to put anchor points on every point but the outward face. Okay. I don't think we really need the ones for up, but we're just going to put them there just in case. Okay. So the next step here is to start placing our molecular assemblers. Let's grab the rest of these. Molecular. And we're just going to grab all of our acceleration cards. And we're going to put molecular, molecular, and we're actually going to need to not have this be there. Right? We don't want anything to connect from this cable. So let's go pattern provider. Pattern provider, pattern provider, molecular, pattern provider, I believe. Yeah, so it's just kind of like a giant cross type thing here, or like a really terrible sphere, or you know, a chandelier, right? I keep accidentally placing things where I'm not meaning to. Nope. End of the cable basically has molecular assemblers. Here has molecular assemblers, and then surrounding that is pattern providers. The picture set that I'm using is using the old interface method, which of course doesn't exist. It has been replaced by the pattern providers. So keep that in mind. All right. The next thing we need to do is put... I'm not 100% sure how this one works, but we'll see. So molecular assemblers here. Okay. And then pattern providers here. And of course, before I put these pattern providers down, we probably want to get our acceleration cards in all of these top ones here. Right? So let's just quickly do that. Okay. And we might as well just kind of toss these in here as well while we're cruising. I do not know why we needed so many of these. Actually, I think the reason why this is suggesting so many is because the interfaces could have used speed upgrades. I believe. Or I'm just building this wrong. But, you know, that's okay. And then the last is a pattern provider, molecular assembler here, 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 and here. Of course, molecular assembler, put your cards in here. Yeah, I don't need that many. I'm not 100% sure. I don't even know if this is actually correct. It's kind of just hard to figure that out, in a sense, because there's not a lot of information here. So, okay, so this actually does say you can make a part of this on top as well. Because this cable's only using 24 channels. So if I were to continue this, if I push this down one, probably, actually it'd have to be two, I could make a kind of like top of this, but we're actually just going to have half. That should work. Okay, so this should be the fastest way to make patterns, right? So I need to take out all of this. I'm going to actually put these away because that's definitely overkill. Maybe I just missed something. And if I did, please do holler at me in the comments because I am assuming I missed something. And then I'm going to put... I'm just going to start at the bottom here. Just place all the patterns, and I'll be right back. So I also just realized that this thing is suggesting that you put a whole bunch of assemblers on the outside of these pattern providers. I don't know if I really need to do that. I mean, I can. Like, I have enough. I don't know if that's, like, the best option. But, you know, let's go for it. If it suggests it, let's go for it. Let's grab some more anchor points since I threw those away. Every pattern has been put in here. But yeah, let's just anchor point that. And just fill this in with all of these molecular assemblers. I might not be able to place all of them. Oh well. It could look uglier, couldn't it? And we'll just, you know, come through and we'll do acceleration cards. I don't know if this is genuinely a good idea, but, like, I am going by what this says. It may or may not work. And that's fine by me. As long as it crafts and it does it okay, you know, ish, I'll be fine. I think. Maybe. I genuinely have no idea. Let me get this all placed and I'll be back. Alright, this looks absolutely ridiculous, but it is done. All the acceleration cards are up there. Yeah, I don't have any idea. But, you know, we'll go with it. It's complete. Let's get the other phase of this done. Okay, so I made 64Ks last episode, and I didn't get around to this, but we want to make several of these crafting things here, right? So just put this and this. Let's get 4 of those, and let's go grab a crafting. Let's look up at Mega. I guess not at Mega. Oh, it is Mega. So it would have worked. Then I want 4 of these. Start. All right. So we're going to knock out this. I guess I don't really need all 4 of these, but we're going to kind of change this up a little bit. I really might just get rid of all the paneling and stuff in this room, because it does get a little old with having to tear it out. Because I'm about to, again. No idea where the flux point was there. But that's okay. So we're just going to dense cable. Since I have it, we're just going to dense cable over in this direction. I think we want to go down here. And we'll just drop down 2 as like our main thing, right? And then I think what we can do is kind of branch out 2. I don't know 100% the order in which these are used. I know it's automatic. You can set them manually if you wanted to. But I'm not going to do that because that sounds like too much effort. But I don't know if like the higher does anything better for you, right? So we're going to place down 2 of these. I want to grab 2 more. I want to have a decent chunk of these crafting units. And the reason we're using the mega crafting units, remember, is because they give you 4. Oh no, that's not these. Hold on. I'm using the wrong thing. I need the co-processors. The co-processors is what I need. This thing's right here. My bad. Alright, now we've got them. Let's put them back down. Alright, and let's grab a 256. So I want 4 more of these. And we will then craft up 2. Actually, we can just make 2 of these real quick. Can I do anything with these? I can't tear them apart or anything, so they're just going to go in our system. Okay, and then use. We're going to use this for this purpose. Oh, everything's crafting. That's why we're getting more of these, right? So let's actually go back to this recipe, crafting unit. Oh, nope, we're out of those. Let me be right back. So I think one of my next bits of business is automating this a bit better. Having the recipes actually be divided. Let's see. So having a processing pattern for gold, specifically inscriber only, with logic processors, calculation, engineering, skystone, fluix dust. All of these have their own advanced inscriber rather than just one. I think that's going to be a next bit of business because this works because these are each individual processors, right? But this, you have 4 or 5 different recipes, and when one's crafting, you slug, you slow down super, super quickly because of that reason. Okay, so we got 4 more of these. So let's just plop these down here. And then we're going to just drop the cable. And also, dense cable is overkill. I know that. I'm just going to keep using it. But we should have quite a bit of status here. And if we wanted to, we could actually grab a crafting monitor, right? Like, that is a thing. I don't think there's a real difference between these two, so we're just going to grab a couple of these bad boys. So we need a illumination panel, or illuminated panel, whatever it's called. All right, there. And then ME storage monitor. Is that actually what I need? What is a storage monitor? Not being placed correctly, that's for sure. Like, if I put this down... Why do you keep doing that? Can you just not be connected to dense cable? That's probably it. Anyway, if I put one of these down... Okay, no. You will not work because you are an odd shape. So if I actually get... Well, let's just make it more beneficial, right? Let's grab 4 of these bad boys. I guess I only need 2 of them. So 1, 2... So 1... I'm just going to put these right here for right now. There. Crafting monitor. And you can see what it's actually crafting without looking at anything else. And I might want to disconnect this for a brief second here. I want to move that crafting monitor actually to here so I can see it on the end cap. So let's actually reverse this here. So let's take that there, this and this. Dense cable, put that there. Okay. And then for this one, we're actually going to just keep it this way. And we're going to grab more crafting monitors. So we're going to put a crafting monitor there. So you can see, you can kind of walk down this area and see what is being crafted. Cool? Sounds cool to me. Alright, so now we just need more crafting monitors, which means we need more of these, which means we need more of these. Okay, so that there, and we are good to go. Hopefully, these are decent. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure about any of this stuff. But if I craft up, 100 chests, and then I go and I craft up 100 furnaces, I'm curious how this would actually work. Like, yeah, so these kind of... That is pretty dang quick, though. I mean, that is a simple recipe, though, right? If I look at my recipes... Because, like, the problem is, like, the 64, the 20, the 256, all of that stuff is straight up crafted with machines, like the processing upgrades. Not a lot of this stuff is made with pure just ME system, right? So I guess the speed doesn't truly matter unless it's a very, very complicated recipe at the end of the day anyway. Because, I mean, legitimately, a lot of the stuff isn't crafted through that. So we won't ever really see how efficient this is. I mean, I would assume it is a lot more efficient than what I had, because there's a lot of channel routing and stuff that basically AE does in the background that makes this actually work properly. And yeah, the molecular assemblers don't actually use channels. I think it's just the pattern providers, right? I think. Because we got 24 pattern providers placed down and a whole bunch of molecular assemblers. So that's pretty interesting as well. This thing is still cruising, right? We're still gathering resources. What about this thing? Okay. I'm just leaving that. I ain't really touching that. Let's see. Let's throw this stuff in here. And that is AE2 stuff dealt with. So I was looking at what we can do next here. And honestly, I think Britannia is kind of the last thing I'm going to touch in this series. I think that's kind of where we're getting. I just took a second here and looked. I mean, Britannia, it's basically the same as it has been, but I haven't touched Britannia in a while. So I think we're going to get into Britannia sooner or later. Maybe next episode, maybe the episode after that. I think there's like some occultism stuff that I still want to get into, the familias and all of that stuff. But I think we're actually getting close to the end of this series. Which is not something I thought I'd say this quickly. I mean, we've touched upon a lot of mods. Genuinely, we have. Mechanism is not going to be touched upon because honestly, I've done it last season. There's not a whole lot that's changed. I mean, we keep getting mods added from the FTB team, thermal dynamics, thermal integration, but they really aren't complete. Thermal dynamics is not fully complete, so that's kind of just iffy, and it's in that kind of in between state. So next episode, maybe the episode after, we'll get into Britannia, occultism, familiars, and I think we'll end up wrapping the series up. It's kind of crazy to think about. It has been almost 50 episodes, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay awesome. Bye bye.